What's going on YouTube? We're back here with another video on Etheria restart, and we are on a brand new account. Obviously server 5 did drop. I think server 5 did drop like 2-3 days ago, so your boy is kind of late, but it is currently day 1 for us, as you can see over here, and with the 7-day commission. And obviously on this account we're going to be using the rare characters and SR characters only, just to see how far we could go in the game. If we could do, you know, the higher end of the modules and shell drops, if we could do the hells, if we could do the infernals with SR and rare characters only. Plus I feel like this will be a good way to showcase the lower units, and that some of these units can be used in them higher tiers of battle. And I feel like, you know, jumping in PvP RTA with SR characters only would be kind of fun as well. So yeah, I'm kind of excited just to show off this account. Obviously we're not going to be using SSRs. The only SSR I'm going to be using is Lian, only for when I gotta do the hyperlink charters. Like, I'm not gonna clear anything with Lian. Is only after I've cleared it and I've got to use Lian for the things that I will use Lian. But as we go through the game, once we get to the higher ends of the module drops, so I think everything after hard 3 I'll showcase me doing with this account on all the bosses, and same with the shell drops. I think the first level I don't think people are really gonna care about, so what's the level after? On hell and inferno I will show the team comps and characters I'm using and the builds. And yeah, I feel like this account's going to be fun. I just wanted to let you guys know about this account. This account I will be spending just a little bit of money, nothing crazy, just so I can get more materials and build up more SR and rare characters to showcase them off to you guys. And I don't know how long this account's going to last, but you know, I'm just going to play it on the side a little bit, just have everything on auto, and you know, just see how far this account could go and come in the coming days and weeks and so on. And I was gonna make an account where we just used we was gonna do a no SSR LD account, but I feel like everyone's starting to see, you know, other team comps and other characters, and that you can complete it without lilies and shadow sanyas. I think I'm gonna try to cover more of that content as well, like just look at people that are doing it without those characters and just record it and make a video about it to show you guys that there are people out there doing it. But you know, you start to look at, you know, Inferno and Hell content, you are starting to see people, you know, use it without lilies and so on, and just with other characters. So it does show that it is possible. Like, this guy here literally used no LD units, you know, he used a Holden, Dinah, Freya, Hoyan, and the Ting. So just because like that's becoming a lot more frequent, and you know, I believe people are starting to see it more, I was just like, okay, let me go with the SR and rare character account only and see how far we could go. And you know, it's gonna be fun, you know, especially Empertrick and Ethan Rally is gonna be really insane to do with this account. But as I said, man, it's gonna just be fun, jokes, vibes, and we're just gonna see what we could do with these characters. And honestly, I was reading through some of these characters, Skip, man, I think some of these characters got some good things about them. Like her, I'm kind of interested in with her counter attack mechanics she's got going on, and her percentages are high, but obviously when it scales off something, you know, it's still, you know, I don't know how I feel about, you know, characters that scale of defense and stuff, because it just never seems to work better than crit rate and crit damage. So, you know, I kind of just never see the point of it, but I guess we'll see when she's built up. You know, we also got Marvel here, so at least we got a PvP opener that we can use in Marvel, hopefully to push everyone back. So it's gonna take a lot of time to really level up these characters, because a lot of these SR characters kind of need the ties to them. Like the Ting, I want to do all 3 of them. You know, Valerian, we gotta do her skill 3. Obviously the boy Vice, we're gonna level everything up. You know, Chiaki the Echo, definitely want to level her up. Kraken, definitely the ult. Gray, definitely want to do the skill 2 and skill 3, so he could, I think he gets like 100% uptime or something like that. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, Kazuyo, we're gonna have to do her ult as well. Fangus is another character I've been looking at that I might level up. I feel like, I know he's a DOT unit, so I might have him on the speed effect accuracy set, but I also might make a DPS set where he just has crit rate, just because of the follow-up he could do. Like, he could somewhat be, I was gonna say Yelly, but it's really not, because Yelly could just follow up multiple times. But I might build him a crit rate, crit damage set, see how well he can do. Obviously we got Kachi the God that I feel like a lot of people are finding out about now as well. Obviously the buff from his ultimate is really good. We got Sanya here, who's a great healer. Dorothy the Wisher, one of the characters I've been looking at and I feel like has an interesting kit. You know, here she could give you crit rate up for 2 turns and life leech while purifying 1 debuff. Then she's got a turn meter push that she could do, and it also gives you crit damage for 2 turns. So she's got a lot in her kit, which is actually pretty dope. And here she could boost Termia if she crits as well, which is kind of fire. But yeah, she just got a really interesting kit. It's just that she has really high cooldowns, but obviously you could get this to 3 and 4, which will make her, you know, something you probably want to use a bit more. But yeah, she just seems like a really interesting character to use. And I've been looking at this, the effect can trigger crit, and upon crit additionally purifies 1 debuff. So she could purify debuffs, she could purify, so you know, maybe against DOT bosses, you know, there might be something there that we could use. Obviously Victor, we all know he got nerfed, but I do see people still using Victors. I'm still going to be sticking with my boy the Ting, man, because I'm a the Ting believer. You know, Yang seems pretty good as well. Attack up, crit rate up, and obviously this, when he crits like in every hit, it's actually kind of crazy how much the Termia could get pushed by. But another interesting character for sure. And yeah, we are obviously missing a few SR characters, so there is that. I've also been focused on Obro and Sutomo. I don't know why, I just want to build these 2 characters. They just look so badass to me, and I love the swords that they got, the katanas. Their kits are interesting. They just, I don't know, you know, single target DPS like to tingled away, you know. But I think these 2 have something interesting going on, and I really want to see how much this bleed can scale off her attack. So it says when the turn starts, takes indirect damage equal to 50% of the inflictor's attack. So she implies bleed. The enemy is gonna take 50% damage of the enemy's attack, so us being the enemy, of course. So I just wonder if I build her full attack, you know, how crazy could that bleed be, you know, especially with the count shell as well, that gives you an additional like 1000 or something attack, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to build out a whole bunch of attack as high as possible and see how much that bleed could do, you know. Sutomo, I feel like is an interesting character, you know. If you level up this to level 5, it crits, is a guaranteed crit if the enemy's got debuffs. So as long as I got debuffs on the enemy, he's gonna crit 100%, you know. Like we don't actually need to have, you know, any crit rate. So I wonder if I get this to level 5, then I put crit damage over here, and because he's guaranteed crit, he don't need a crit rate. So I just wonder how much damage this could do with a whole bunch of crit damage, you know what I'm saying? So that's something I'm looking forward to and I'm really interested in, especially if I put him on something like Battle Wheel or maybe Bramble, where he could probably get some extra hits in, is also kind of interesting too. So I'm looking forward to building something interesting like that with Sutomo. But yeah, in this account we're just gonna build characters for fun, see how well they could do in endgame, and try to really like use their abilities and what they got going on in their kit, and see if we could just abuse those type of mechanics. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know we are going to be running an SR/rare only account, and I will be building up more rares. Right now we're just going to do Vice, because the Latices for the rare units, they're really hard to come by, you know. You don't exactly get a lot of those. So yeah, next one I'm going to build is probably going to be number 41. I also want to build up Ashu, and I want to build up both of the Andrew brothers just for the fun of it, like, and just take both of them to PvP and just see what happens, you know. But yeah, we're just going to do a lot of fun things like that and just build a whole bunch of SR and rare characters and just see how the account goes and how far we could go in content wise. But it's going to be fun. Since we got this summon here, I was going to end the video there, but let's just do this summon. I really want a diner, so hey, if you want to throw me a diner, I'll take it. Okay, we didn't get no diner. Diner's rated up, but we're just not getting her, which is unfortunate. But look, that's gonna be with your boy. Like, subscribe, run up. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm out.